Hello, my name is Luis Partida, and I am a freshman here at Bloomsburg University. My major is political science, and I chose the topic of trade relations with the United States and Mexico because I myself am a Mexican American who is interested in how the situation will turn out for both countries. Here I have the outline of my presentation, which includes the history between U.S. and Mexico relations, President Trump's take on trade with Mexico, a possible new trade deal coming soon, Mexico's counters towards President Trump, and a conclusion along with the works cited. History of Mexico has been long, since Mexico's independence from Spain in 1821, and there have been struggles ever since. After Mexico's independence came the U.S. Mexico War in 1846, where the U.S. invaded Mexico and ended up taking lots of land away from the country as they badly beat them in the war. Uh, as years went by, the two countries mended their ties and were allies. Later came both world wars, where Mexico supplied laborers for the United States to help the United States keep its workforce alive while it was fighting the wars. After the wars, the United States started investing in Mexico, and that led to a growth in Mexican economy from the 1940s until 1970s. By the end of the 20th century, both countries and Canada came together and created NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, which allowed free to trade to be easier for all three countries in North America. And then in 2016 came President Trump's election. President Trump's take on U.S.-Mexico trade relations. President Trump has been a clear critic of the trade relations between both countries. It started when he was campaigning, and he promised to build a wall on the southern border, which worsened relations. His promise was not only to build the wall, but also to make Mexico pay for the wall. Clearly, that didn't go well with the Mexican government, and it's caused some controversy between both governments. President Trump also went on to tweet a couple times about this trade deficit between Mexico and America, and he did so a week before he had a meeting scheduled with Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto. As pictured below, Donald Trump tweeted from his personal account that the U.S. has a $60 billion trade deficit with Mexico. It has been a one-sided deal from the beginning of NAFTA, with massive numbers of jobs and companies lost. If Mexico is unwilling to pay for the badly needed wall, then it would be better to cancel the upcoming meeting. Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto did go on and cancel the meeting. Later, Mexican officials came into Washington, D.C. to try to sort things out, but it was still a big statement from Mexico to cancel the meeting. Trump is right when he says that Mexico has been affected positively by NAFTA, but he's not right when it comes to saying that the United States has only been affected negatively. NAFTA has both affected positively to both countries. Trump's new trade deal. President Trump wants to create a new trade deal that will further benefit both countries. He wants to rework NAFTA, and Mexican officials say that a deal could possibly be ready by the end of the year. However, if a deal is not ready or it is not to the liking of Trump, he plans on putting tariffs on Mexico. He promises to bring back manufacturing jobs that were moved to Mexico within this trade deal. But again, the wall is still an issue. President Trump really wants Mexico to pay for the wall, but Mexican officials say that will not happen. President Trump has been threatening Mexican officials and their government with promises of tariffs and excuse me, tariffs and a trade deal that will help the United States trade better with Mexico and Canada. But Mexican government plans to counter President Trump's threats. Mexican Senator Armando Rios introduced a bill to reduce Mexican purchases of American corn. Mexico bought 25% of the U.S. corn in the past year, and that's a big chunk for the United States corn as the biggest corn producer in the world. The bill would cut imports of American corn by 60% in the first year. Second year would be 80% less corn, and then by the third year, Mexico would not want to buy any more American corn. As part of the Mexican diet, corn is an essential, and if it's not buying it from America, it has to buy it from somewhere else. So this will probably benefit countries like Argentina or Brazil and highly affect the United States in a negative way. And Mexican officials highly disagree that Mexico is taking advantage of the U.S. with NAFTA. So they want to show President Trump that they can fight back and really actually hurt the United States. So in conclusion, will trade relations really change? I hope so. I think President Trump will prove that he actually can make deals, and he will make this new trade deal a good one for both countries. As President of the United States, I think his best interest is the American people, and within the American people are a lot of Mexicans. So if he negatively hurts Mexico, it wouldn't be good for his Mexican people in America. So I think he will actually make a good trade deal for both countries. I do believe that the trade relations will improve and help everyone out fairly. However, there are rumors that Canada wants to go ahead and cement a trade deal with the United States without Mexico to not hurt them. But I think this would be a terrible idea, and I think NAFTA needs to include all three countries to have a better deal for upcoming years where all three countries can be benefited. And here's my works cited.